Hi, I'm Tom Campbell from Cultaholic.com, joined by the Mr. Belding of Internet Wrestling, Adam Pacitti. Welcome.
Belding. Saved by the Bell.
Saved by the Bell.
Wrestling fan.
He is a massive wrestling fan.
Good guy.
I remember when he was petitioning to become the general manager of Raw.
Yeah, that went somewhere. He was the guest GM once, or am I misremembering?
No, that's the old Mandela effect. Or in this case, the Belding effect. He never was the general manager of Raw.
General manager of Cultaholic for one day only, Mr. Belding, coming soon. Maybe.
As is the news, which is coming now. A WWE legend wants one last match with Vince McMahon. We have injury updates on Sasha Banks and The Fiend. And Cody has addressed the AEW chants at Hell in a Cell, and we'll get to that very soon. When it comes crashing down and it hurts inside, it's probably best to go to the doctor. Unless you're a wrestling fan, in which case it means Hulkamania is running wild again, Adam Pacitti, brother.
It certainly is. Hulk Hogan has done an interview with the LA Times talking about his desire to have one final match. So, and I quote, "I talked to Vince and I said that I really don't know if I could live with myself knowing my last match was with TNA.
Buried.
Absolutely buried. They paid you what you killed the company, Hogan. If I can get fixed, I pray I can have one more match. I told Vince, when I get through this back surgery, I'm going to get in the best shape of my life. And we're going to talk about me having that one last retirement match. But that's not it. He wants his match to be with Vinnie Mac himself. He said that I'd love for it to be against Vince. I had such a great time with him in the ring at WrestleMania 19. I had no idea what to expect from him, but he's a great bad guy. His timing is great. I loved wrestling him, but everything he does hurts. When you're in the ring with him and someone's hurting you, you kind of pinch them on the wrist, and you had to do that a lot with Vince McMahon. Is this a match that you'd want to see, Tom?
They had a great match at WrestleMania 19.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah, 16 years ago, when even then neither were in their prime. No, it's absolutely not. I mean, I get why Hogan wants to finish up his time in WWE. I'm sure the beautiful pile of money that the wrestlers are getting to go to Saudi Arabia has nothing to do with it. I'm sure it's more of an artistic stand that he wants to finish his career in WWE. Nothing to do with that big wad of cash.
It's the lowest form of wit, Tom.
I know what you mean, mate. It's the man that made Pastamania. He's got scruples for Dazels.
He doesn't need the money.
He does.
He's got that sweet lawsuit money, that Gorka dollar.
Did he not get any of that though? Didn't Gorka say we can only pay you this shiny gold doubloon?
No,
have that.
I think he got a bit of it. He certainly didn't get the full. What was it, like 350 million or something? It was some insane number.
The biggest law payout in the history of ever.
He definitely didn't get all of it, but. Yeah, as for the match, no, not at all. I'd be up for Hogan. I don't want to see him wrestle, but if he's going to have one more match, I'd be up for him putting over somebody.
Yeah?
That's fine. I don't know who.
That involves him lying down, and the back is a sore area for Hogan. He didn't lie down much on his back in his heyday, and he's going to lie down even less now he's had operations on his back.
Who would you have him put over? If it was, come on, a young up-and-comer, not Vince McMahon. I get the storyline reason behind Vince, but no thanks.
Velveteen Dream.
That's a great show.
Velveteen Dream.
It's sort of built, isn't it,
yeah,
already? Yeah,
exactly. That's ready to go. I think it's a showman. It's a showman's match. Iron Man, Velveteen Dream. No, don't do that. I think Velveteen Dream's a good one. I think that'd be a nice way to pass the torch along to an equally as charismatic, if not more so charismatic gentleman in the Dream. How about you?
I'm going to agree with you.
Yeah.
I've honestly got nothing to add there. I was going through my head there, and I was like thinking, maybe you could do one more Monster versus Hogan match, have Braun in there somewhere. But I think Velveteen Dream is the best shout there.
Or just getting attacked by the Fiend.
Yeah, that'd be better.
Everyone seems to call for that every time he walks out at the moment.
Wonder why. Next story.
Talking of the Fiends, our Yowies were indeed wowied after that Hell in a Cell match on Sunday night. And we have an update on the Fiend and Sasha Banks' health post Hell in a Cell.
That is correct. So WWE are keeping their cards very close to their chest regarding Sasha Banks. There are reports that she was indeed injured at Hell in a Cell in a brutal match, the best match of the night as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, it definitely was. So, yeah, they're unwilling to disclose what the injury is. This led many to believe that Sasha Banks may have suffered a concussion during the match, as WWE are often very keen on sort of sweeping that under the rug. Keeping hush about concussion.
There's been a couple of rumblings in the last few hours about a back injury possibly as well, but again, they haven't confirmed anything in terms of her well-being at the moment.
Fair. There are rumours floating around online that she could even be NXT bound. I personally don't think so. They're paying her an awful lot of money. Don't get me wrong, they're probably paying Finn a lot of money as well, but I don't see Sasha going back down to NXT. Not back down! Not back down!
It is still technically down.
Let's not do this again. Let's not do this again.
There's plenty of other news videos where we do play this game. The Fiend, however, I don't think is as concerning an injury for the WWE since he was at Raw.
Yes, yeah, he was at Raw, and I believe the reason that he wasn't on TV is because of the complete kerfuffle and mess that was Hell in a Cell. He sustained reportedly a minor injury, which isn't going to keep him away for very long at all. So that's all good stuff. That's if they want to put him on TV.
Yeah, there was talk of a concussion, but then if it was a concussion, he certainly wouldn't have done anything physical on Monday. They're very cautious with concussion stuff these days.
You tried getting hit in the head with a bloody sledgehammer, Tom. I'm not surprised he's concussed.
I'm surprised the ref disqualified Seth Rollins. Yeah,
no contest. No contest. Official ref stoppage is what they've gone with, which is a complicated way of saying no contest, which means I won. It was a clean sweep. It wasn't a clean sweep. What am I on about? I just won by 1 point.
You certainly did win, and you're certainly, as per the rules of Ross Twiddell, taking on the punishment as a result of you winning. I love that.
Absolute BS.
Ross is now my best friend. Noon in Las Vegas, normally a pretty depressing time. All the Elvis impersonators are asleep and everybody's run out of money. But it's going to be quite an exciting noon on Friday because the WWE are holding a press conference, Adam Pacitti.
Big time, Thomas. So, they're going to be at the T-Mobile Arena, which is the site of Friday Night SmackDown this week. And there are a few very, very big names announced for this one, kicking off with Brock Lesnar. Paul Heyman's going to be there to do the talking for him. Cain Velasquez, Rey Mysterio, Braun Strowman, Tyson Fury, and Paul Triple H Levesque is going to be there too. And it is believed that this is to set up some pretty big stuff. There's going to be a major announcement on Friday. And given the names that are on that sheet right there, I think it's fairly obvious what it's going to be. There might be two big announcements, in fact, but I think it's very likely that we're going to see Brock versus Kane made official.
Braun Strowman versus Rey Mysterio, I was thinking.
Maybe. Or Paul,
Cain Velasquez joining 205 Live.
So yeah, we're probably going to see Tyson Fury and Braun announced, or Brock and Cain Velasquez announced, or maybe both.
Probably, I would imagine both, because it looks like we're heading to Crown Jewel with those as your two marquee matches for the show. And do you know what? If I feel like seeing this and seeing the way that the Cain Velasquez thing has been done, this feels like a one and done for Cain Velasquez, because you're bringing him in very quickly, very hot. You're immediately making the match for the end of the month. I don't know whether Cain Velasquez has, and I might be wrong, but I don't know whether Cain Velasquez has that much to do in WWE once he's faced Brock Lesnar.
Well, defend the title.
Yeah, but then I don't know if he wins it. I don't think he'll win it.
Do you not?
No.
I can't figure this one out. I think that Tyson Fury is going to beat Braun there. It'll be the Floyd Mayweather Big Show thing, and it'll be a scrappy all over the place brawl, but he'll eventually get knocked out. That's why they're building Braun up with this punch thing, isn't it? That's got to be what it is. They did the exact same thing with Show. That's when he started using the WMD, isn't it? So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not excited, especially about either of those matches, but that's probably just because I'm not into boxing and I'm not into MMA, but I understand why people are into it. And you know what? Like, think back all the way to Tyson and Austin. I don't remember people complaining about the crossover stuff then, so maybe...
No, it felt like it was the hottest thing on the planet then. I think the parameters have changed so much in the sense that, you know, Tyson was a big deal at that point.
So are these two guys. Maybe not as big as Tyson back then.
Yeah.
But still big names. I understand. They've done celebrity crossovers for ages. It's just a shame that there seem to be sort of two happening here, and it happens to be in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, it's a very you could do one on each show, one on one show, one on another, but it looks like they're both going to go to Saudi Arabia. Well done with that. Oh, Hogan's going to be in Saudi Arabia as well.
Team Hogan. All of Team Hogan versus Team Flair. Is Vince McMahon going to be on Team Flair, I guess? And then Hogan inserts himself into Team... Stay tuned. Jesus.
And finality, Cody Rhodes was having a chat on the Joe Cronin show, and he was talking about those AEW chants that rang out at the end of Hell in a Cell.
That's right, and I quote, "It was flattering. I wouldn't be one to gloat about it because I know one of the guys in that match got concussed and this job ain't easy. Whenever we hear those chants, it's more validation that what we're doing, what we've been saying about this market existing, it's real." You know what? Were they happening during the match or was it just after?
I seem to recall that they happened during the Shorty Gable Corbin match.
Sure.
And they happened at the end of the Hell in a Cell match. Because people were very invested in the Hell in a Cell match until the finish.
Yeah.
And then that was where it's like, we want refunds, boo, 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 restart the match, AEW, all kicked off.
I always feel sorry for the performers in this. Whenever you get like AEW chants or CM Punk chants or anything like that, I always just feel sorry for the guys in the ring because it's very, very rarely their fault. And I feel sorry for Seth Rollins here, genuinely, and I'm not a big Seth Rollins fan either. I feel sorry for him because WWE have absolutely screwed him here. I feel sorry for Bray Wyatt too. I feel sorry for the Hell in a Cell structure because it's been ruined. But yeah, no, I don't know. I'm glad that Cody isn't sort of gloating about this. I understand why you'd be happy because it's an acknowledgement that your product is something different and maybe something for those fans in attendance. But yeah, I think he's been quite decent about it.
We go into the second round of the Wednesday Night War tonight. Obviously, Cody is going to be on the AEW Dynamite shenanigan, and we've got NXT as well. With hours to go before the second round, are you leaning towards any particular one?
I preferred NXT the show. I prefer the production, which is a big deal for me, of AEW. I expect to see AEW ratings decline a small amount just because it's not the premiere episode. I think that's fairly likely, and NXT to stay maybe around the same.
NXT haven't announced as much for this one.
No, they haven't. There's less on the table, and NXT have maybe screwed themselves a little bit in putting so much on that first week. Like, it feels like AEW could be a far more consistent show going forward with that first episode than NXT, who sort of, I don't want to say put all their eggs in one basket, but they really sort of loaded that show, big title matches. It felt like a mini takeover, and I think they've got a harder job of keeping to that level, and that's a job that I don't think that they can do week in, week out, just because that first show was so unreal.
Yeah, we will see tonight. Tomorrow on the YouTube channel, Jack the Jobber will be grading AEW Dynamite. I'll be grading NXT, and you'll probably be in a web meeting.
No, I'm going home.
You going home?
I'm going home. I'm seeing my mum and dad for the first time since Christmas.
Of course you're away for the rest of the week, aren't you?
Wait. Cannot wait.
Oh, well, have a wonderful time.
I will. And I'll see you guys next week. Stream on Monday, I'll be there. You'll be streaming on Friday with Sam Driver. Let's just keep plugging stuff. 9 pictures for the draft coming tonight.
OTT's Tony Kelly on Desert Island Graps tonight.
And I'm going home.
And he's
I'm
going
seeing
home.
my mum and dad.
Love you, bye. Give her a kiss from me.
Oh, come on. Thanks for watching. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. You can follow us on Twitter at Cultaholic. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Cultaholic. If you enjoy what we do here at Cultaholic, you can pledge to us on Patreon. That's patreon.com/Cultaholic. And most importantly, don't forget to hit subscribe and join us.